Welcome to the Inc. Productivity Tip of the Day. Today's tip: the danger of staying complacent. We all reach a crucial point in our lives when moving toward our goals requires asking ourselves a difficult question. If nothing changed and everything stayed exactly as it is now, where would I be in 5 years? For most of us, the thought of stepping outside of our comfort zones and facing the unknown, despite a brighter future potentially waiting on the other side, feels too daunting. On the other hand, this realization is often a life-changing eye-opener for others. Understanding that staying put means their full potential will remain unrealized can be just the motivator they need. Imagine you're running a business that's performing well but doesn't excite you anymore. It's profitable enough to sustain operations and lifestyle, yet it falls short of your original innovative vision. You've grown accustomed to the familiar rhythm of this venture, avoiding the risks and uncertainties that come with pivoting or starting something new. This comfort in what's good enough keeps you from pursuing groundbreaking ideas that once fueled your entrepreneurial spirit, leaving you trapped in a comfortable safety net that prevents you from reaching your full potential. For context, this paradox may also apply outside of your business. Maybe you're in an unfulfilling relationship that lost its spark. Deep down, you know it's just not right anymore. But you're okay with the familiarity of your partner and maybe even fear being alone. The situation isn't ideal, but it's not tragic either, so you decide to stay put, motionless. This zone of comfortable complacency is an idea explored in a 2004 research article titled "The Peculiar Longevity of Things Not So Bad," known as the region beta paradox. Fundamentally, it refers to a phenomenon in which individuals settle for less than they deserve simply because they are comfortable with their current situation, even if it is not making them happy or fulfilled. Harvard University psychology professor Daniel Gilbert and colleagues first depicted the concept using a simple example involving a commuter. This person typically walks to destinations within a mile and bikes to farther ones. Interestingly, because biking is faster, they often reach distant spots quicker than closer ones. This phenomenon, illustrated as region beta in their diagram, challenges the common assumption that it takes longer to get to more distant places. This irregular pattern also shows up in scenarios when decisions on interventions are delayed until a situation worsens. Take injuries, for instance. People are more inclined to pursue aggressive treatments, like medication, doctor visits, or surgery for serious injuries, while minor ones are often neglected, ironically prolonging recovery. Regarding personal and professional progress, the region beta paradox occurs when people stay within their comfort zone rather than take action to change their circumstances because they don't perceive their situation as bad enough to warrant a change. Paradoxically, a more tragic circumstance would be better, as it would push people out of the zone of comfortable complacency into action. The fear of change frequently overpowers the well-known hazards of staying the same, leading most individuals to choose the comfort of familiar discomfort over the uncertainties of a potentially better future, often filled with opportunity. The danger of staying in the zone of comfortable complacency. This way of thinking and acting is dangerous because it prevents you from reaching your full potential and can lead to a downward spiral that's hard to escape. The longer you stay in this place of apparent comfort, the harder it becomes to get out. I experienced this firsthand when I stayed in my career as a professional basketball player longer than I should have. Dealing with burnout and unhappiness toward the last stage of my journey, I would literally break down on my way to practice every day, feeling miserable inside. Still, the salary was good, and in society's terms, I was doing something many others dreamed of doing. I let those thoughts prevent me from taking action for a long time, and the more I stayed in that zone, the harder it became to escape. I fell into depression, and it took a tragic situation and the help of those around me to push myself to make a change. To identify if you are stuck in the zone of comfortable complacency, ask yourself 3 questions. Am I happy with my current situation? Am I doing what I love daily? Am I feeling fulfilled? Be honest with yourself. If the answer is no, you may have to reflect on where you stand. Ask yourself, what would need to happen for me to take action? As in my case, people often wait until something tragic happens to wake up. But if you can envision that tragic situation ahead of time, it may propel you to take action before it materializes. This can be related to your business or any other area of your life. Reflection techniques are a powerful tool for breaking free from this trap. Think about where you are and ask yourself if staying there will help you become the person you aspire to be in the near and long term. Don't think simply in terms of goals. Think in terms of the journey. Will the journey toward your desired outcomes help you become the person you want to be? And is the place you are in right now aligned with that idea? Reflection without implementation is disguised as procrastination. The last step is to take action. This can be difficult to do in isolation, especially if you're already caught in that downward spiral I mentioned earlier. In these cases, asking for help and professional guidance may be beneficial. Try to find an accountability partner and put together a plan to get out of your zone of comfortable complacency. The best way to approach this situation is by taking small steps toward a much bigger and needed change in your business or life. Ideally, aim for something that grips you, something that's meaningful to you. The region beta paradox can be a dangerous trap that keeps us from reaching our full potential. Don't let the fear of the unknown prevent you from living the life you always wanted. You can break free and strive toward your true potential by identifying the trap, reflecting on your journey, and taking action. Use these insights to put yourself in control of your circumstances and make the necessary changes to move closer to your ideal future. That's it from Inc. You can find more leadership articles from today's top business coaches at Inc.com. Be sure to come back tomorrow for another tip from Inc.